bring this foot up.
So did they
No,
own?
that foot.
Did they own the tour company in Chivita?
No,
in Rome?
she just is a tour guide. She's just a tour guide. I don't know what her father does.
So they'd be one of your cousins?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like second or third cousins.
That's
Second
so
or third
funny.
cousins, yeah.
That's so funny.
Such a small world, so crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, it's this small town, like mountainous town, like no one really lives there anymore. And she's like, oh, well, what's it called? And I'm like, Preda. And she's like, that's where my family's from.
That's so weird.
Crazy. So you never know.
Do you know what their last name was?
Yeah, Alexandra. What the hell's her last name?
I don't know. It's been, I've been gone from that town for so long.
Yeah.
I'm so American. I really have no association or connection to Italy anymore.
That one time you went after college or before college?
Yeah,
Before college.
right.
Was that the last time you were there, or were you there since?
That was the last time, that was the only last time and the only time I was there.
In your town or Italy at all?
In my town, and
Okay.
Italy too. I traveled around all of Italy,
Mm-hmm.
and I was there 3 weeks, and that was the only time because I saw my great uncle,
Mm-hmm.
and it was great seeing him. No,
How old was he by then?
Oh, he was in his 90s,
Okay.
and he had been in First World War. That was a
Okay.
long time ago. So
Were they on our side for the first
he was
war?
on my.
Are they
America-
allies in the first war?
They were. I believe you're going to have to look that up in the history books.
Yeah, I don't know.
I believe they were. I'm not sure. I believe that they were.
Okay, that's
But
okay. Go ahead.
getting to see him was a thrill because he was the only relative. He was on my mother's side of the family.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody else that I told you about was on my father's side of the family.
Okay.
But getting to see him was exciting. And he spoke a little bit of English. And I really wish I would have had more time to spend with him.
What did you guys do when you were together?
All we did was we met in the town square, and there was a bar there. These aren't the kind of bars that you know
Like
over here.
a cafe, probably, right?
It's like
Something small, like
but
a-
you can get a glass of wine and stuff
Yeah.
like that. And we spent time over there talking, and he mostly, because I couldn't talk as well
in Italian.
and communicate as well. Yeah, he started singing songs from World War II, which I didn't know. Except he goes, "Do you know this one?" And he started singing, "It's a long way to Tipperary. It's a long, long
Is that how he
way
learned his
to
English?
go." Yeah, he knew it in English.
But that's how he learned his English, was through music.
He didn't really speak English,
Yeah, but he could sing it. That's funny.
but he knew it.
Like I can't speak Italian, but I can sing it. Well, I can't speak it well, but
Yeah, he was my grandmother's brother-in-law.
brother-in-law. Okay, so
So that was interesting,
okay.
because all his kids now moved to Boston.
Oh, that's weird.
So that's his side of the family. So his nephew, his brother's kids, they all moved to my grandmother's first cousins.
Mhm.
He was my grandmother's uncle.
Yeah.
They lived in Boston.
Okay. Have
Yeah.
you seen them in America since then?
Yes, I went to Boston to visit them. After I saw him, I said, I want to go to Boston and meet this side of the family.
Was it awkward or like weird or anything?
No, it was really nice because I got to meet all of them.
How many are
They
there?
had like 9 kids, but
Oh.
I don't know if all of them were alive at the time. Because it's been so long, and I've lost half my mind.
Yeah, but how long when you went after that? So you were about 30s? Because when you went to Italy the first time, you were like.
No, I
20.
was in my 20s.
Okay. Oh, you went right after then.
Yeah,
Okay.
I went right after that.
Did Grandma go to Italy again with you, or Aunt Helena, or anyone?
She went. No,
when you went to get Dad, that was just you and Dad were there? Because remember, you said Dad went there first for like 3 months, didn't want to leave, so then you went to Italy too for a couple of weeks. You stayed in the town for a week, and then you toured the whole country. Was it just you?
That was just me and my Aunt Anna.
Oh, she came
Aunt
with
Anna,
you?
she came with me, and Uncle Silvio.
Okay.
Okay, the two of them came to me.
Angelina was still in school then?
Yeah, she was a little kid.
Okay.
She was in her teens.
Yeah.
And then what was I talking
Uncle
about?
Silvio, Aunt Anna went with you?
Yeah, my Uncle Silvio had a parish.
Okay.
He was a parish priest, and he went around Italy, and all we did was tour the churches, and I thought it was so boring,
Yeah.
you know, because I didn't have anybody to go with me to explain what these churches meant.
He didn't do that?
No,
That's weird.
because they were not, you know, they didn't know a lot of things.
Yeah.
And now when I watch these documentaries, if I watch Rick Steves and he does churches sometimes, and he'll go, oh, Saint Mary Maggiore. I went there.
But you didn't know why you were there.
I didn't know what was so special about it.
Yeah.
The church. I didn't understand the murals that were on the, you know, on the church and all that. And so anyway, so we did that. We did that, and I got to see the town. I said I want to see a little bit of town. I went to visit the cemetery.
Mm-hmm.
It was something like out of the Munsters. It was so unkempt. It was funny. It was so funny how it was unkempt.
Like a swamp cemetery?
What?
Like a swampy cemetery
No.
where the trees are all over and
Just overgrown.
Yeah.
Just overgrown,
Yeah.
not swampy.
okay.
It was it's up on the side of the
Yeah,
mountains.
okay,
There's no
yeah.
swamps
I
over there.
used the wrong word.
And so I got to see the whole town like that, and I got to see the piazza, and
How old were you when you left?
3.5.
So you probably don't have any vivid memories.
No, I
Yeah,
don't.
she said
No.
she couldn't remember much.
Not much. I just what people told me.
It's so interesting that so much of your life was spent
In America.
not living in Italy, but yet the language you speak or that you first spoke and your identity and the food that you eat, it's so much of your life is so Italian.
It is, and that's how. If you watch this documentary, what they do, they're talking third generation, and they still speak the language.
Well, it's because Grandma, you basically grew up in a
Over
little
there.
Italy in your house. It's not like she assimilated. You
No,
guys still
because
did
my
every-
grandmother, even though she lived in this country 25 years, she lived with us. She never spoke English except a few words.
Yeah.
You know. I mean, she didn't go to work like your grandmother did,
Yeah.
and she didn't go to a place where she could pick up the language.
Yeah.
You know.
So you basically just lived in your house like you would have been in Italy, but here. In terms
It
of
was
foods
basically-
and cooking
yeah,
and,
all the
and
customs were
what you
carried over.
spoke. Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody that came to visit, you know, and you know, we had American friends too.
Not that there's much desire to be American when you're Italian.
There was a lot of desire on my part
Yeah,
to be
Being a
American.
kid
Yeah.
to fit in and
Okay.
assimilate,
Yeah.
and you didn't want to be different from your
I
friends.
couldn't speak English when I was in kindergarten.
You said you didn't talk at all for like a full year in
No.
school. You, like,
I
didn't say
remembered I
anything.
didn't talk at all when I was a kid. When I was in first grade, I spoke perfect English,
Yeah.
and I talked to everybody. Then they couldn't shut me up.
What was your grammar school? Did I ask you that?
My grammar school was my first one was Von Humboldt Grammar School, Von Humboldt, where Humboldt Park is now, And I don't know if it's still there. I haven't gone back in a long, long time.
Yeah, I don't know.
Especially now I can't get around because
Yeah.
I don't drive anymore. But I remember that was Von Humboldt School. That's where I went kindergarten and first grade. And then second grade, I went to St. Paschal.
Oh, the church.
St. Paschal's Parish. Okay? Not the parish. Not just the parish, but the high school. But the grammar school, excuse me.
Yeah.
And, but I do remember in that parish, because that's where Cardinal Francis George is from.
Mm-hmm.
He was ordained a priest at that school, and I remember his
Yeah,
ordination.
that's right. You said that.
Yeah. So, but the town was hilly, and there were certain sections that had been damaged because of earthquakes.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And in Italy.
Yeah, and so we couldn't go. My uncle didn't want us to walk
Probably
in those parts
dangerous.
because he was afraid it was dangerous.
Yeah. So aside from Italy, when you traveled, where else have you been? Even as an adult, well, mostly as an adult.
Where have I been?
Yeah, where have you gone?
Oh man, I've been to Alaska.
Mm-hmm.
I've been to Hawaii.
Mm-hmm.
I've been to Wyoming. I've been to what's that big sky country? That one, Montana. I've been to where's the one? Where's the casino?
Vegas?
No, the other
Oh,
Reno.
Atlantic City?
Reno.
Oh, Reno in
Yeah.
Nevada?
I've been to Nevada. I've been to Nevada.
You've gone to pretty much all the states, right?
Well, no.
All the ones that are interesting.
Yellowstone.
I've been to Yellowstone. Thanks for reminding me.
You've been to San Fran
San Francisco.
all the time.
5 times. I
Yeah,
went there 5
you've
times.
been
That
there.
was for the first time was just a vacation. Went to visit a friend. And then the other times I had been there for business.
Yeah.
And then we went to
Where have you been internationally?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask.
oh, just France. Just Paris.
Yeah.
Spent a week
I
there.
thought you've been to London. You weren't in London?
No, we didn't go to London. We only had a week. I wanted to go to London, but the person I was with didn't want to get up at 5 o'clock to go catch the
bus that went
the
there?
train, the tunnel. It goes under the tunnel,
Yeah.
but she didn't want to get up, so
What a bummer.
I didn't want to risk it by myself.
Yeah.
Was this a friend you went with?
Yeah. And I remind her of that sometimes now, and I tell her, "Remember when you didn't want to go to London with me? Now aren't you sorry you didn't go? Because you're not going to go now anymore? Because now the airfares are too
Oh yeah, no, it's like
expensive.
thousands of dollars.
Oh yeah,
It's insane.
and
Any other stories you want to tell that jump out at you that you feel like remembering?
I went to Boston.
Mm-hmm.
I went to New York several times.
Florida, obviously.
Florida. I mean, if you count the states that I drove through,
Yeah.
there'll be a lot more.
Yeah, but
But you don't want to count those.
it's fun on its own.
So,
So say goodbye. Bye.